Yeah, I remember Scare Tactics. I'm just not a huge fan. This? It has nothing to do with the egg curse, but it sounds interesting.
She's got a bit...
Would it come up with this? Oh, 21 minutes? Is it worth watching 21 minutes? What is happening in the comments? Okay, thanks to the resub Yeetus. Thanks to the resub Justin. What is the evil eye?
Alright, welcome back. And if you're new, well, welcome.
Thanks to the resub
Today
Brave
I'm gonna be
Booty.
doing a reaction video, which is kind of ironic considering that I dump on reaction videos all the time.
We all
as
do.
The majority of them are just garbage and bunk. Here, let me react to this song that everyone else in the world has heard before,
Lionel
but I have
and
not.
Juju.
Or the movie that everyone has seen, etc.
Okay, hold on.
And I know
let's
that's
get to
not
the
in
let's get
each
to
and
the
every
wild
case,
part.
but it's not enough to just waste your time watching
Okay,
things
here we go.
yourself. And I'll put a link to that here if you want to check that out.
You didn't touch your feet with them either.
No, that's fine. My feet are already cursed.
Yeah,
I'm 5'6". I think he actually. I think he believed it.
Okay.
I truly was blown away. I had no fucking idea that it was a prank from Matt.
Let's see.
So I don't blame him for falling for it.
Like David Blaine, this is just ordinary milk. It's from the store. Now watch.
Thanks to the resub Crow.
Protection.
Well, she lives down and staring until Matt.
Thanks to the dollar Kinway. It was last week, so my hands are fine now. Alright, so I just noticed a fatal flaw with using the milk.
Going on.
Okay.
Most I've ever seen. A lot. Oh wow, that's a lot. That's the most I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually really wild.
It's gonna explode.
Wait, why is that happening now? That thing just blew up in blood. For a brief moment, I was the most cursed man on the planet in the eyes of the occult.
God.
Is there a chemical reaction with egg yolk and milk?
No, no one's ever had that.
Thanks to the resub Violet.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a tip. Always put a little bit of milk in your scrambled eggs, unless you're lactose intolerant. You put the milk in with the eggs, you whip them up, it makes them lighter and fluffier, and they're absolutely delicious. If you were making
That might be a real
scrambled eggs
pro
the right
tip.
way, you would know that milk does not cause.
Does he believe it though? I have to know. Tell me.
This isn't a chemical reaction.
God damn it.
Charlie. It's a spiritual reaction.
Okay, so his friend here is closer to the mark. It's kind of a spiritual reaction if you consider absorbing energy a spiritual thing.
Okay,
There's a
okay.
huge correspondence with eggs and the sign of Pisces. And we know Pisces to be like an energy absorber. People with strong Pisces absorb the energy of the people that they're around, so they have to clear their energy quite often.
I'm
And
not a
they may
Pisces
even
though.
prefer to remain in solitude rather than be around a lot of people that they're going to absorb their energy. Well, eggs absorb energy in sort of the same way. And now you're seeing why
Do
the
they?
egg is used to detect curses.
After I threw it all out over there, that's why I'm rinsing it out. I dropped an egg in there.
Thanks to the resub
Now, that's
Gronworm.
a lot.
And they give some Vince.
I hope that's all 3 eggs that he was talking about, and not just the first one, because that's more blood than can fit in an egg almost. This guy needs an uncrossing ritual immediately.
No, it turns out I was fine, I think. Or not, I don't know.
Not tall.
Why would that happen though?
I don't know.
That makes no sense.
Now, that is one demon that I am not familiar with. But then again, I'm quite.
Thanks to the bit sweeper.
This was the first one. I was the first.
Okay. So it seems like he, like myself, was fallen victim to Matt's prank. That's cute. Like I said, when I posted that video on TikTok, and some people in emails that were like really into that kind of stuff were like, "Oh my God, Charlie, this is very serious. Charlie, this is alarming. You really need to see some some kind of uncrossing holy spiritualist or something and get this fixed." That's cute. So even a real occultist was fooled by Matt's galaxy brain prank. This? A short film about moms? Oh God, is this Sam Hyde? It shows balls? Okay, can't watch it then. What a shame.
2019, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un ordered the demolition of the world's first floating hotel docked in North Korea. The hotel is currently owned by a South Korean company that bought it from a Japanese one. It was
Already
a major
watched the
hit in
Karen trailer
Vietnam,
last
but
time.
it was originally made for Australia, designed in Sweden, and built
Thanks to
in
Prime
Singapore.
Silver King.
Traveling over 14,000 kilometers around the world, the hotel has experienced cyclones, fire, World War II ammunition, and a murder. This may all sound confusing to you, so let's start at the beginning. In the 1980s, Doug Tarka, the town developer of Townsville, and his son Peter Tarka wanted something unusual and innovative to attract tourists to their city. Townsville is a city in Australia located near the famous Great Barrier Reef. Hailed
What a
as
cool
natural
name. They'd literally
wonder,
name
the
themselves
Great
after
Barrier
Powerpuff
Reef is
Girls.
the world's largest coral reef system. The unmatched beauty of the life under the seawater
Thanks,
brings
Reese,
millions
Spooner.
of tourists from around the world to this area. The original plan of Doug Tarka was to permanently moor 3 cruise ships along the city
Thanks to
coast
Prime.
to create a safe anchorage on the
Peril?
reef, but this plan was later rejected as being too impractical.
In the Prime
They
Mellow.
then came up with another brilliant idea. They would build the world's first floating hotel. Now, I know what you're thinking, we already have floating hotels. They're called ships, and they've been around for centuries.
Yeah, they
But Doug
suck.
Tarka didn't want a ship, he wanted a floating hotel. He believed that you could tell the difference when you see one. The
Thanks to
floating
give sub
hotel
Echo
would
and
be
resub
7 stories
Apartment
high,
Rat.
90
The
meters
Prime
long,
Dog.
and its width would be shorter than that of a typical cruise ship. Unlike a ship, it would not propel on its own, rather it would sit still on the seawater and could occasionally be moved from one place to another
It
using
sounds
a
miserable.
carrier ship.
What's the
A
point?
Swedish company designed the hotel, and the construction began in
All
Singapore.
the misery
at a
of
company
being in
that
a
built
hotel,
offshore living
but with the benefit
quarters
of being
at oil
stranded
rigs.
in the middle of the
The
ocean.
hotel building costs came with a hefty price tag, estimated to be up to $20 million US, and adjusted for inflation around 42 million in 2020.
It's quite literally
Upon
Alcatraz.
completion, the
They made
innovative hotel was
Alcatraz.
towed all the way from Singapore to Australia for its grand unveiling. A massive, heavy lift ship carried the hotel more than 4,000 kilometers to its destination off the Australian coast. After arriving, it was connected to a number of anchors to stop it from floating away. The floating hotel was named the Four Seasons Great Barrier Reef Resort after the names of 2 stakeholders, Four Seasons and the Great Barrier Reef Holdings Limited. The hotel sat over
Where's
the
your
John
sub, big
Brewer
boy?
Reef in the open sea some 70 kilometers off the coast of Townsville.
Why?
From a distance, it looked like a 7-story building was resting on endless seawater. As you come closer, you could see that the hotel was much more than just a giant building. It was a world-first attempt to have people staying on the reef in a floating hotel. The hotel building was decked out with all of the typical in-hotel luxuries,
Sub-Seth?
including 200 lavishly furnished rooms, along with a glowing neon nightclub,
Wow, look at
discos,
that.
bars, a gym, a sauna.
Is there
a
anyone under the
library,
age of 50
a
there?
100-seat theater, a conference center, and a helipad. Want to play tennis on the surface of an ocean? The hotel has a floating tennis court. Fancy swimming in fresh water while surrounded by the endless seawater? The hotel even has
Just go on a
freshwater
cruise.
swimming pool.
Just go on a
The
cruise.
hotel was the perfect place for diving, fishing, and other underwater exploration. Guests could also submerge themselves in underwater adventures with the use of the hotel's submarine. Other fish spotting opportunities came in many forms. Guests could jump straight from a platform into the sea for a casual mid-ocean swim, while glass-bottom boats allowed for low-stress views of the ocean's residents. The hotel also had an underwater viewing area where visitors
Exit
could
Tier 1.
feast their eyes on
Eyes
fish
sewn
without
shut.
ever leaving the hotel. The hotel was surrounded by colorful coral, which the area is famous for. Other creatures and critters in the area included giant clams, reef sharks, blue starfish, and a whole range of fish. For those interested in tasting the delectable delights of the 7 seas, there were 2 restaurants in the hotel with plenty of fish on the menu. Diners had the opportunity of tasting some of the freshest fish around.
This seems like
From
such a
the look of it,
miserable
the
experience.
hotel was one of the best things that happened to coral reef tourism in the area, but only on paper. In reality, the hotel was a disaster, to say the least.
Please resub Cosmic.
The Great Barrier Reef Resort looked good on paper, but it had gotten into hot water right from the very beginning.
And check it out,
First,
Krusty.
a contract dispute with the Singapore shipbuilder delayed the delivery of the hotel
Makes
for
the
over
bits
6
tacked.
months, and when it did finally arrive in Australia, Cyclone Charlie struck, and 62-mile-an-hour winds buffeted the 7-story luxury hotel. The damage was minor, but the hotel couldn't be opened until March of 1988. The delay cost the owners millions of dollars in
Thanks,
lost
Resub
revenue
Pump.
and canceled tickets, as the hotel missed the lucrative North Hemisphere winter tourist market. With reduced prices and the hype around the novel concept of a floating paradise, the hotel opened with a good 85% occupancy.
Oh, that's not bad.
Even then, all these unusual attractions came at a hefty fee. One night in the hotel could cost anywhere from $550 to $1,100 per
Jesus
room.
Christ.
A major reason
Exit
for the
bits,
high prices
Cyrillic.
was the unusually high operating cost of
It's
the hotel.
Guantanamo Bay that you pay
A
to
typical
go to.
cruise ship travels from one place to another, exploiting local laws and loopholes to keep the operating cost low. This wasn't possible in the case of the floating hotel. Situated in the Great Barrier Reef Marine Park, this hotel had to measure up to the strict environmental standards to protect the sea life surrounding the complex. There was no toxic paint on the hull, and no waste was discharged into the surrounding water. Instead, all sewage and liquid waste were treated before then being dumped many miles outside the reef. Trash was all
Nice.
incinerated before being
Is
transported
a
back
tier
to
1
the
lethal
mainland.
protector?
Below the main deck of the hotel, a watertight compartment housed sewage treatment
The Resub
machinery,
Harry.
incinerators, diesel generators, a huge air conditioning system, a desalination plant that could produce up to 152 tons of fresh water a day, and a repair shop. The repair shop was capable of repairing anything from generators to handbags. The hotel even had a lab where marine researchers studied seabird droppings to make sure the hotel wasn't feeding scraps to local birds.
What?
Because of these measures, the hotel was thought to
What?
be completely unharmful
You had
to the
bird
environment
shit
surrounding it.
researchers? Why?
The hotel was anchored some 70 kilometers away from the coast of Townsville, and the only way to access the hotel was via water taxis, which would ferry guests from the shore all the way to the hotel's entrance, in a journey which took 90 minutes and cost $120.
There's the Resub Overlord.
Alternatively, richer guests could take the quicker and more luxurious 20-minute helicopter jaunt that cost $325. Rough weather often disrupted these journeys. If choppy water, high winds, or bad weather struck, it often would become difficult for boats and helicopters to undertake their trips. Visitors would often cancel their trips because of bad weather, and even those who could make it complained about high turbulence and seasickness. In August
sounds
of
about right.
1988, one of the taxis caught fire and the passengers were seriously injured. The main selling point of the hotel,
How
the
did that
Coral
happen?
Reef site, was also a little strange. Between 90 to 95% of the coral in the John Brewer Reef had already been eaten up in the preceding 5
Thanks,
years.
Resub Johnson
Two
boy.
invasions
Give
of the
sub
crown
Joe
of
Star.
thorns starfish had gobbled up the vast majority of the coral. Furthermore, guests who didn't do scuba diving or snorkeling often complained about the lack of live entertainment in the hotel. The widely marketed
Yeah, it's a
swimming
hotel.
pool was long gone in a cyclone attack. The final nail in the coffin came in the form of World War II ammunition. In September 1988, some scuba diving guests found 100 tons of World War II ammunition,
Jackpot.
including anti-tank missiles, only 3 kilometers away from the hotel. The Navy investigated and claimed that the ammunition was just far away enough not to pose a threat. Apparently, until around 1950,
A
it was
threat of
legal
what?
to dump live ammunition offshore.
Well, the fish
Such
aren't going to
news
start
put a
using it.
permanent
They're not going to
dent
start
on the
shooting at the
reputation of
hotel.
the resort.
What do you
Who
mean?
would want to spend their vacation floating over a huge arsenal of World War II ammunition?
Of
To
exploding?
hold visitors, the hotel reduced
What's going to
prices
cause a
even
spark
further
underwater to blow up a
only
fucking tank shell?
$130 per night for a double room. The Enterprise also suffered from a bitter feud between the owners and the operators, poor management, hapless marketing, and eventually bookings began to dry up.
The ship hitting it?
During
It's
the
not a
final
ship.
few months,
It's
the
stationary.
hotel registered only 20 to 25%
Oh, you mean a ship in general hitting
occupancy.
it? I guess maybe.
Due to this loss of money, the hotel needed to sail to more affordable waters. The hotel owners sold the hotel to a Japanese company in 1989, only a year after the hotel had opened its doors in Australia. These new owners transported the hotel to Ho Chi Minh City in the south of Vietnam. At that time, Vietnam was experiencing a post-war tourism boom. Ho Chi Minh City was flooded with foreign visitors, but the city didn't have many high-class accommodations for rich people. As an already packaged, ready-to-go facility, the floating hotel seemed perfect, so the new owners were willing to take the gamble. The journey from its Australian port to Ho Chi Minh City was another epic adventure of over 5,000 kilometers. Upon its arrival, the hotel was moored in the Saigon River, renovated to give it a local look, and renamed the Saigon Floating Hotel. The place
Give it
was
a cool
ready
name.
for its
Stop just
second
calling
life.
it Floating Hotel.
In Vietnam, the Saigon Floating
Call it
Hotel
the
became
Beef
an instant
Thunder
hit. The country's first
Master.
foreign-invested hotel offered a range of
That needs
luxurious
work, actually.
facilities,
Just come up with something
services,
better.
and 400 highly trained staff. In 1995, the hotel charged up to $335 per room per night, in a country where the average person earned less than $350 per year. In its stay of more than 9 years, the Saigon Floating Hotel became a widely celebrated icon of the rise of tourism in Vietnam. Locals affectionately knew the hotel as the Floater. Its appeal began to wither in 1997, however, when Vietnam's existing hotels were renovated and many other foreign companies joined the lucrative market. Once more, the hotel owners decided to uproot. They sold the hotel to South Korean Asan, the tourism arm of Hyundai, who again decided to move elsewhere in an attempt to pick up profits.
Just
This
fucking
time,
demolish
the
it.
hotel set sail for the unusual
Worthless.
location of North Korea.
And the tennis court's not there anymore.
Renamed to Hotel Haegumgang, the world's first floating hotel was anchored at the Mount Kumgang tourist region near the heavily guarded DMZ border, which opened in 1998 as a north-south experiment in tourism. At the time, relations between North Korea and South Korea were improving. It was hoped that the hotel might attract tourists from South Korea and help to ease these relations even further. Between 1998 and 2008, the floating hotel was the official venue for the emotional reunion of families divided by the 1950 to 1953 Korean War, where South Korean families could meet their relatives
I wouldn't
in the
expect
north,
that.
many of which had not seen their loved ones for over 6 decades.
There's
But
two
in
gift subs,
2008, yet another bad hand was dealt for the aging vessel when a North Korean
Not sure what
soldier
the next
shot
one
and
is, your mom.
killed a South Korean tourist at the resort.
Ah.
Seoul quickly ceased all tours in the region. Since then, the once celebrated floating hotel has been eerily silent and rusting at the edge of North Korea without maintenance. However, it remains open to local tourists, and I found a few Google reviews of the hotel that were made recently. In 2019, Kim Jong-un visited the site and criticized the facilities. He claimed that the facilities were, quote, not only very backward in terms of architecture,
well, yeah,
but
it's
looked
old.
so shabby as they are not properly cared for. The buildings are just a
Maybe we should
hodgepodge
mayhem.
with no national character at all. He then demanded the demolition of unpleasant facilities and the building of new modern ones. That has yet to happen. The hotel remains in North Korea in Kumgang Port. Using Google Maps, you can still see it. So that was the story of the world's first floating hotel, and I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Why does he keep saying
If you
first?
haven't
Is there more than
subscribed
one
to this
now?
channel yet, please consider subscribing. And if you want to support this channel, I've created a page.
I can't imagine like it's overly common for floating hotels to exist. Couldn't it also just be called the world's only floating hotel? He says that just in case there's a second one. Yeah, I don't think there's any risk of that. This first one didn't go very well. It's just a worse cruise. Like the absolute worst cruise. Never been on a cruise, but they seem boring. I've also never been on a cruise.
Friendship 500, or better known as the McBarge.
Oh,
Way back
she's
in
beautiful.
1985, Vancouver was preparing for Expo 86, the World Exposition on Transportation
There's a
and
Prime Ace Wing.
Communication. The World's Fair was set to
Resub
take
Commander.
160 acres of land. McDonald's was set to have several of their restaurants in the
Whoa.
expo, specifically 5 of them.
McDonald's
Most of
World,
them being
eh?
the basic generic restaurants. However, McDonald's had one planned like no other. Designed by naval architecture firm Robert Allen, McDonald's was
Resub
building
Libya.
a 2-story floating restaurant
You're doing
called
alright.
Friendship 500. The reason why it was given the 500 name was because it was the 500th McDonald's restaurant in Canada. Though technically it wasn't the only floating McDonald's in the world, Friendship 500 was launched and taken upriver to serve guests.
I wish they could do
at
some
Expo
BioShock
86.
Infinite
It
shit.
was rumored though that the final cost
Make
of
a
Friendship
flying
500
McDonald's.
was around $8 million. Along with the fair, the McBarge opened in May of 1986.
Oh, hey, Ronald.
It was 187 feet long, featured two
Thanks, Resub.
stories
Trap,
of dining
Neo,
areas,
and
and was
Equinoxa.
able to seat around 390
Nah,
people.
paintballs didn't
Friendship
hurt at all.
500 was located on the far west portion of the fair, anchored adjacent to the Malaysia Pavilion. The restaurant had sold more hamburgers than any other McDonald's restaurant in British Columbia. This was
Wow.
probably because of the design to this floating restaurant just being so unique.
Thanks,
Its
Resub
early to
Melty
mid-80s modern design was
Hawuha.
eye-catching enough, along with the fact that it was on the water. The interior was also something to be desired, as it was
What?
a
It
new
looks like
look
shit.
for the fast food chain, with wood floors, framed art,
Looks
and
like-
plants throughout. It was McDonald's
It looks like the Krusty
mid-80s
Krab.
campaign to enhance their image as
Doesn't
their
look that
restaurants
cool.
being a more enjoyable quality experience. And this proved to be very effective, as Friendship 500 was extremely popular in the fair. This made the initial investment of the alleged $8 million much more justified. However, as Expo 86 was
Hey,
being
is that
developed,
Epcot?
the McBarge was still trying to locate a spot for it to travel to. And as 1987 came in, Friendship 500 continued
I have
to
not
anchor
watched the
in its
tag
original
championship
spot
this year.
closed. Even though McDonald's had negotiated a 40-year lease,
Thanks,
Vancouver
Resub Poe.
City Council denied McDonald's request to continue operating post-Expo 86. As all of their proposals were turned down, the barge continued to sit in the former Expo 86 location for another 4 years. Keeping the barge
What a
there
shame.
closed cost the company around $150,000.
So many hamburgers were
just to
sold
meet
there,
its
and now look at 'em.
expenses. The former fairgrounds land was eventually sold to developers, and of course, they wanted the barge gone.
Thanks,
So in
Resub
July
Rafferty.
of 1991, McDonald's had given up fighting for the future of the barge, and now had to find a place to dock it while it was in limbo. So Friendship 500 was taken up and around Vancouver, down the river, and anchored offshore in the Burrard Inlet. Anchored only 7 miles from its original dock, resting about 200 feet offshore of an oil refinery.
Thanks, Resub
The
Megan.
187-foot-long restaurant was left floating there indefinitely and abandoned. Despite the rapid deterioration of Friendship 500,
Who
it
are
was
these
still
two?
considered to be an asset and was soon
Mafia
sold from
members or something?
McDonald's to several
What is
new
this?
owners. Despite this, though, the vessel remained untouched and abandoned for years. Other than the removal of the interior furniture and some fixtures, the interior of the restaurant remained untouched. It wasn't until
Good paint, though.
2003 when Marvel and New Line Cinema had
Oh.
rented the barge as a filming location
Thanks
for their
for some Megan
upcoming
and the
film,
10 gift
Blade
subs.
Trinity.
The Night Stalker's headquarters
Bayroints?
was a barge that was a restaurant for.
I hope I didn't
Expo
fuck up your
86
name, but thank you for the
and
10
sitting
gift
out
subs,
off the
Bay.
coast of Vancouver for years, and I got to thinking, what if we dragged this barge into port and turned it into our Night Stalker's lair? And it's just a shell with windows, and we're putting in all the technology, all the weapons, the armory, everything the Night Stalkers do to slay vampires.
Yeah, I've
The
never
movie was
seen Blade
released in
Trinity.
December of 2004, and while I've never
I
seen
know that's
it,
Jessica
from what
Biel,
I've
though.
heard, it wasn't really that great. Not much of the barge was changed for the filming, however some past relics from the former McDonald's were obviously taken out, and some walls were repainted. The exterior remained mostly the same, and by 2004, the McBarge had returned to its original
Oh, like
anchored spot
Beyonce
in
with an
Burrard
R.
Inlet. The former restaurant was once again left
Beyonce?
abandoned, with the future still unknown.
Well, thanks
It
for 10
wasn't
gift
until
subs. Give sub
2009 when the
Tim.
man who bought the McBarge back in 1999, Howard Meekin, had big and expensive plans for the former restaurant. The plan for Friendship 500's future was to bring it into an extensive rehabilitation and dock it in a town called Mission, British Columbia. It's about 40 miles from Vancouver, and part of the development was to make it the centerpiece of a $10 million floating complex. Docks
Why?
would wrap around the base of Friendship 500 with light commercial and various food offerings inside, including a high-quality restaurant. It would have been called Sturgeon's on the Fraser, named after the river it was on. As 2010 came in though, the proposal was still awaiting approval by City Council, and soon after, the concept was rejected on grounds that float planes would produce too much noise. So once
I haven't
again,
seen
hope
Black
for
Widow
the
yet, it's not
McBarge
out
to
yet.
ever be used
Thanks,
again
Resub Kilt.
was kinda low. By 2011, Friendship 500 was renamed to Seabourn 2 and listed for sale on PacificBoatBrokers.com
Damn.
for $680,000.
What a
However,
bargain.
With no sale, the barge continued to float abandoned in the same place it has for the majority of its life. With multiple broken windows and exterior doors even being left open, the immense amount of moisture inside the structure had been taking its toll on the walls and floors.
Thanks for resub to
Mold
Wavy.
and moss had been thriving on the former restaurant, and vandalism was becoming a problem. The interior had its copper and valuables stripped from what was left, and kids started tagging the inside and outside.
Oh no.
Every
Have
once
some
in a while,
respect.
Some measures would be taken
Oh,
to
man.
prevent this, with boards covering the broken windows, as well as fences with barbed wire on them being placed on easily accessible spots on the barge. As a few years passed,
Thanks,
this
resub,
didn't really
Tyrese.
stop much though, as Friendship 500 was becoming well known as a local eyesore. And as more time passed, concerns began to arise on the possibility of the barge even sinking. By 2013, the entire structure was listing. However, the barge's owner claimed that Friendship 500 was built to last 90 years, and that it had multiple watertight compartments.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
Finally,
fine.
News broke in 2015 that the McBarge would see a future use.
Whoa.
Despite its extremely run-down appearance, the dream Howard Meakin had to see McBarge in use once again never left him. The plan was, by late 2015, the barge would be moved up to a maintenance dock in
Thanks for
Newport
Sub-Zionos.
Beach, British Columbia. The barge would then undergo a $4 million renovation.
What a
for an
waste of
unknown
money.
purpose.
Holy shit.
In late 2015, the exterior was majorly cleaned up with a fresh coat of paint over the massive graffiti and white boards over the broken windows. And as promised, on December 22nd, 2015, 2 tugboats took Friendship 500
McBarge,
52
let's
mile
go!
journey through and out of Burrard Inlet, around Vancouver, and down through the Fraser River to its new destination. The new purpose of the barge, though, remained unknown, as Howard had signed a non-disclosure agreement.
Thanks to Prime
The only
Hush.
information the public was given about
And the
the
resub
project
Zionos.
was that it would be ready by 2016, but they never met that deadline.
No,
So what is the
McBarge!
status
God,
of it
why?
now? Well, as early Q2 of 2017, Friendship 500 is still docked for renovation.
There's the Tier 1
Most of
Gotez and the
interior
Prime
has been
Fleet.
gutted, but work seems slow overall. I actually have talked to an individual who is involved with the renovation, and confirmed to me that the project is still waiting for the necessary funds. As for the original Expo 86 point that
Is there some
McBarge was
caboose?
docked in, well, since 1991, the land has now become a mixture of parkland and condominiums. I mean, of course, it's Vancouver. McBarge was an icon of Expo 86. It was loved by
And it's an
thousands for
icon
its
now.
unique features and forward-thinking design.
We never forgot the
It's been
McBarge.
28 years abandoned, 24 of which in the Burrard Inlet, aimlessly floating with no real future. Thankfully, a plan had been set to have this historical, unique icon saved. It's pretty rare to see something that old and deteriorate
Thanks
to
to
the
Prime
point it was
Sturbin.
at and still be saved. Even though the future seems unknown for us, I truly believe the man behind its future really does care about preserving this icon. Maybe it'll be a museum for Expo 86, or maybe
Thanks
it
to
will
Prime
return
Wiki.
to a restaurant. Who knows? Maybe
Look up
it'll
how
be
it's
a ball
doing
pit.
today.
A ball pit.
You want it to be a big floating ball pit.
Yeah.
Let's see. The abandoned McBarge boat. Well, it seems like it's still abandoned as of 6 months ago. Abandoned due to flesh-eating bacterial infections. Pahokee. Hey, I've heard of Pahokee. At least I think I have. There's some really fucking dumb names in Florida. Pahokee definitely sounds familiar, though. Why is it the worst town? Thanks for 1,000 bits, Jacob. Appreciate
This
that. Glad you
is
liked it.
Pahokee,
Thanks to the resub,
one
Freddy.
of the worst towns in the state of Florida.
It looks pretty cool to me.
Known for the sugarcane farms that surround the small town, the population
Thanks to the resub, Run.
totals only around 6,000 people.
Yeah, but I bet they're all friends. It's like a little high school. See, that's convenient. That doubles as the church and the prison, I think. We're really fixated on this. What is this?
While numbers have fluctuated, it's believed that the unemployment rate is anywhere from 16 to 30%, with a median household income of only $27,000. Most of the downtown portions are abandoned or in horrible shape.
I am looking forward to it, Disraeli. I mean, it doesn't seem as bad as the title would lead me to believe. Follow Dan Harmon. What do we got? I mean, it's an old building. I mean, we can find that anywhere, really. Oh my, it's a haunted... What the fuck is that called? Son of a bitch. Haunted thank you for shopping pad. I can't remember the fucking name. Credit card swiper, thank you.
This abandoned hospital sits just a few hundred feet away.
Jesus, I could not think of the fucking name for that.
Structure closed in 1998.
Credit card reader, whatever, same shit. It's not the register, what the fuck are you talking about? It's the shit you swipe your card in. Put your PIN number on and all that.
While very eerie and afraid that we would run into homeless, we quickly realized something else we should be afraid of.
Drugs.
Wasps everywhere.
Oh.
It is awful.
This isn't a very good video. You're finding like 2 dilapidated buildings, which I can find pretty much anywhere in the world. I want to know why this is the worst town. Surely it's not just because of 2 buildings. Does anything happen? They spend their entire time in this building. I mean, yeah, I guess that's a good way of getting a gauge for it. It's the worst city in the world, because this building sucked. I don't doubt that it's dog shit, but what a horrible video showing me why it's so bad. Tokyo's most expensive penthouse apartment.
If you had the money,
if money was of no object, yes, this apartment ticks every box you could possibly want it to tick. If you ever find yourself living in Japan, odds are you're going to be renting an apartment, with the average cost of an apartment in Tokyo costing about 100,000 yen or $1,000 per month. But what if you had a blank check to live in the apartment of your dreams? Last month, my good friend Alex, who runs a luxury real estate company in Tokyo, took us around a $20,000
I also love Chris.
in central Tokyo, which came with 4 bedrooms and even a secret rooftop garden.
Thanks,
Today, though, we're going on a tour of an apartment that not only costs more, $25,000, but is designed for a single resident. I'm not really sure how it could be more expensive, but be aimed at a single person. So let's go and find out and see how it justifies that utterly ludicrous price tag.
No.
Well, it's good to see you again, Alex, and Scotty, of course.
Yeah, it's great to see you, Chris.
Munching away on that bone. Alex
Thanks,
is
Brian,
the
Sleepy
founder
Dog.
of iHome Real Estate, a luxury real estate company, and every couple of months he likes to take me to an absurd apartment and make me feel depressed. Isn't that right, Alex?
That is right. Did you like the last place I took you to?
I did. We went to a $20,000 apartment in Harajuku last time, but surely you haven't got anywhere that is as ridiculous as that place was.
You'd be missing.
Paper!
What is that?
Get this away from me.
This is the ultimate apartment for Tony Stark. Alright? This is Tony Stark's apartment if he had one in the middle of Tokyo. This is actually a 1-bedroom apartment.
1 bedroom.
This is a 1-bedroom apartment, and it is actually the largest 1-bedroom apartment and most expensive in all of Japan.
Okay, let's go and check out this absolutely ridiculous looking bachelor pad. $25,000 a month. The apartment we're looking at today is situated in Shibuya, about as central as you can get in the Tokyo area. And helping us film the apartment once again is fellow YouTuber Sharla.
Hey,
We'll also be
Sharla.
looking at an $8 million Tokyo house. Be sure to check it out after our tour of the bachelor pad.
So we're at the entrance of what is probably the craziest apartment, 1-bedroom apartment in all of Tokyo, probably all of Japan for that matter.
The front door's glass, you can actually see into the apartment, but I'm guessing you can't
Is
use
that
the elevator
uncommon
unless
for
you've got
Tokyo?
a key, right?
You're absolutely right. You actually need a key to get into the elevator and to get up the elevator.
Okay.
So, yes.
And I've noticed there's an air conditioning unit
He's
for
a
the
good sub-in
entrance alone,
architect.
for this little tiny room.
Yes.
An air conditioning unit.
And that is a pretty heavy duty one too. That's better air conditioning than most apartments in Japan have, just for this one little room. So
This doesn't look very impressive so far.
I'm not ready, no, but let's go.
Let's do it anyway.
There's not even a biometric scanner to get in. Not even looking at retinas to confirm that it's the house resident.
Change as you get in.
I'm very
What's the first
disappointed.
thing you have to do when you get into a Japanese apartment or house?
Have a drink. Gin tonic.
Yes, but
Thanks,
right
Reese of
before
Ash.
that, there's something you need to do.
Thank you, Deoxys, and thank you to your
Shoes off.
girlfriend.
Very good point. So, where do you put these shoes?
On the floor, like a normal
or
apartment.
in the closet or something? Or how about into the walk-in shoe closet?
I didn't realise it was going to be that big.
Yeah.
I knew there was going to be a closet, but I thought it'd be like, it would end there, not be a whole room.
Yeah.
Good God. They fit perfectly.
Yeah, yeah. You have a little space on the left and right.
25K a month and you don't even get fucking golden
I've
shelves?
got 2 pairs of shoes at best.
Yeah, you probably need another 48 pairs to fit this place.
Just makes me feel inadequate, but hopefully the rest of the apartment won't do that.
So you step in through this hallway, go right past the first.
Man, this is so underwhelming. What the fuck?
This insane living room.
Oh my God. Look at the views. We've got like 3 different angles. You've got Shizuoka.
Yeah, no marble,
Tower over there.
no
And Republic
anything.
Hills. I mean, that is one hell of a view and one hell of an echo as well. That's how big it is. Listen to the echo. That gives you a sense of scale.
This would be
Now
3 to
just
4K a
want
month
to
where I
imagine
live.
something, all right?
Okay, let's not get
So
carried
you
away. I mean, it's
are
still
the
pretty
head
big.
of a Middle Eastern oil company, right? You come over to
Easy to
Japan.
imagine.
You come over to Japan, right? Where do you live?
I want to live here.
You want to live here, exactly. This is the place for the kings of the Middle Eastern oil companies.
What? But I can't
Thanks,
become a
Reset
king of a
Thunder.
Middle Eastern oil company. Can we have a
Not that
hypothesis
attitude.
where I can actually live here?
So, wait, I'm super confused. Maybe this is because I don't understand Japan. This is an apartment, right? Are you supposed to furnish this yourself? For 25K a month? At least in all the other overpriced dog shit apartments, it comes furnished. Holy shit, what a scam. Oh my god.
Show you, by the way, just what you get
Thanks,
when you
resub
pay
oranges.
2.5 million yen, or about $25,000 for an apartment every month. You can come over here. This is where you would put your TV, right? If you look really closely, this is actually a Wi-Fi router. This is built in, and you have free Wi-Fi here.
Free Wi-Fi for $25,000?
Don't you, sorry to pause again, don't you hate most of the furnishing that's forced? Yeah, but I would never get an apartment for that price and then furnish it. If you're paying that price, it should be like all-encompassing. You have all of the utilities that you'd need, you have all the fucking furniture you would need, and you could like replace it obviously if you want. But for that fucking price, I do not also want to have to pay for everything that goes inside of it. You're paying fucking 25K for a plot of nothing. Like an empty fucking nothing.
Yeah.
What a bargain!
Just come and take a look at this. And as you can see, this is absolutely insane. This area is zoned not for high buildings, so this is one of the highest buildings over here. Which means that you have pretty much, other than that guy, unobstructed views of most of the most populous parts of Tokyo.
How would you sell this in a real estate manner, in real estate terms?
I would say that you have unmatched views of downtown Tokyo, and you can see what it looks like right now in the daytime, but just imagine what it's going to look like at night. Because you have Roppongi Hills, you have Toranomon Hills over there as well, and you also have that large red and white popsicle, Tokyo Tower. Just unbelievable views at night especially.
There's the
So there's one more thing I have to show you just in this kitchen area. We step through here, we go to a little balcony, right? And if you just follow me through. Step right around here. You'll come and you'll see there's actually a second entrance over here. That's not what I wanted to show you. That's not important. What is important is, so you have all this garbage from this crazy party that you just threw. Where do you put it, right? Normally in a Japanese apartment, you would have to take it all the way downstairs and, you know...
Oh, it has a garbage
put
chute?
it in the big garbage room. That's in the nice buildings. You could just maybe throw it off the balcony. If you're Chris, you throw it off the balcony.
To the peasants below.
To the peasants below. But if you are actually a normal person that lives here, you would step over here to this guy right here, the garbage storage room. You actually have your own personal garbage room, which the guy that cleans the place every once in a while and waters your plants will actually actually come and empty for you periodically.
Okay.
So that's what you get for this.
Fuck that guy, I guess.
So we just saw what the kitchen looks like, what the massive living room looks like. You went outside. Just imagine. Okay.
What's up those stairs?
Hold on.
Why are there stairs? Where does it go?
To heaven. All right, the stairway to heaven.
Right.
You're gonna see that.
He's
in
a
moment.
prime
Before
card,
we
Danny.
show you that, I have to show you this. So you had your big party, you had all your diplomat friends over, you had all your crazy YouTuber friends come over, and you're slosh. You need a place to crash. You got everybody out, it's already 3 in the morning. What do? You go and
You regret paying this much money for this big waste.
Go through here, we have another big door. Open it up. What do you find? You'll see what is probably, I would say, the biggest bathtub that I've ever seen in a Japanese apartment. This is basically, you know, a Bellagio-sized jacuzzi right next to your bedroom. And it is absolutely massive. Oh, you want to show them how big it is?
Can I get in it?
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely.
You've now devalued the apartment, Chris.
I mean, you could probably fit 2-3 people in here.
You could definitely fit 2 or 3 people now. Let me climb in right next to you just to show. Yeah, just.
Oh god.
Yeah, this is quite spacious in here. I will say though, there is no TV. That is one, you know, downside to this place.
But I mean, you've got the view out the window.
Exactly. Who needs a TV when you have that view of Tokyo Tower again? Yes, you can actually see Tokyo Tower from your bathtub.
So this
Who
is
cares?
like a normal bath that people use as a bath.
I'll never understand
This is not
paying
just
for a
dog you use,
view.
people can use for fun.
No.
What a
and,
scam.
You're gonna see why this is the normal bath. All right.
Right. There's something bigger than this.
Nicer. So you're all washed up. You want to go back to bed. What do? Open up this door, and you are in your massive bedroom. Massive for Japanese standards, at least. But you can see the carpet is actually made from the same material as tatami, so it's nice and feels rough under your feet.
I wonder what it was. It does feel kind of rough. My socks have been shredded. So you would have like a big bed there, right?
I would have the big bed right over here overlooking that other balcony, which you probably didn't even notice until now. Yes, there's 3 balconies in this, and one of them is in the bedroom.
Very good. Plenty of places to throw yourself over after you regret buying this
sort of
place.
slip off to your secret balcony, have a drink.
Have your drink, have a smoke.
Look over Tokyo Tower.
Yeah.
And then roll into your king-size bed.
One other thing, so we showed you
There's
the
the
walk-in
resub
shoe
kitten,
closet. Of course, you have to have a walk-in closet
Booch
for a
Boy,
place like this.
and
If you follow me,
Omega
If you
Plus.
follow me, you can keep on following me and keep on following me.
Kind of,
You'll see,
Aleph.
we're actually in the closet right now.
So like,
There's the prime
look
cami.
how big it is.
Yeah. And I don't think it's really going to show on film, but this is about the size of, I'd say, the normal kitchen, maybe, in
I mean,
a
you
Japanese apartment.
You could have another bedroom in here if you wanted.
Yeah, you could.
Wouldn't be a fun bedroom, but you could definitely fit a bedroom in here.
Absolutely.
So we've seen the living space, we've seen the sitting room, the 300 or 400 balconies overlooking.
Was that a
Tokyo.
suggestion, D&D?
What is up the staircase, Alex? Like, you've been very elusive this whole time, and that is the only thing I've cared about since walking through that door, because it's quite an imposing staircase.
Yeah, it is. It's an amazing design, so why don't we find out what's up there?
Can't beat the free Wi-Fi, surely not.
There's the resub Chucky. What is a normal Japanese apartment like? That's a good question.
I think
We'll do that next, because now I'm curious.
That is the reason I said that the bath below is not really, you know, all that interesting.
I mean, I thought the 4-person jacuzzi downstairs was good.
Yeah.
What is that?
This is a massive jacuzzi. I'd probably fit maybe 5 or 6 people into there.
I mean, in a previous video we did, the $20,000 apartment.
Yes.
We had a kind of nice outdoor garden, right? This one is better. It's way better because look at the view.
Yeah, you can't beat the view. You can't beat the view, and also it's a little easier to use this one. And that one was just a jungle. This is really a nicely, you know, trimmed garden.
Aloe vera.
Aloe vera.
There's herbs.
Yes, there's
What
actually.
are we waiting for?
There's rosemary. So let's come on over here to the bathroom, and the toilet's going.
Yeah,
to
maybe
say hello to me.
D&D.
Hello, toilet. Just opened up for me. And
Wow.
now, Chris, you want to come on into the bathroom?
Is there tinkle in that toilet? It looked awfully yellow.
Now, Chris, hello, toilet. Just come on over here.
I need to investigate.
the bathroom, and the toilet's going to say hello to me. Hello, toilet. Just opened up for me.
Oh no, never mind. It's just the light reflecting off it. I thought our realtor may have said hello to the toilet a bit earlier.
And now, Chris, you want to come on into the bathroom?
No.
No? Alright, well, I'll split you anyway. So, yeah, here's That's a big old bath. Oh my god, that's deeper than I thought. Can we climb in as well?
You are not fitting 5 or 6 people in that. You have already reached maximum capacity with 2.
Porcelain. And by the way, it lights up. I'm not going to show you right now, but it does light up.
Let's fill it up.
Yeah.
Let's take this video to the next level.
Bubble bath it is. Yes.
Seriously,
Yeah.
I mean, the views, this would be a really good place for a party.
Yeah, this would
Do you think they did design this floor with kind of party in mind?
Of course they did, yeah. So that's the thing. So this building actually has 1 unit per floor, and each of the other units is
Hey, there's some Acolyte and Trooper.
First floor that we were on. This is the only one with its own second living room and jacuzzi on the roof with
There's some
views of
Schwalbe.
Rosemary. Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I realised why the $25,000 might be justified.
I don't.
Nothing like that. I mean, that is a joke. But you
This
can kind of
seems
see why
so not
it
worth
costs
that
much
price.
when you come to this floor. I think the first floor, impressive, good views, but not worth $25,000. Then you come up here, see all this, see the views of the rosemary and the herbs, and it all becomes quite clear.
Alright, so we just saw the bathroom, right?
This is nice up
Pretty
here, though.
insane. That's the second bathroom in a 1-bedroom. I can't think of any other 1-bedroom apartment or house or anything with 2 bathrooms. But, are you ready for the ultimate part of this apartment?
I'm ready.
You are ready?
Can't be better than the free Wi-Fi and the jacuzzi.
Yeah, the 2 free Wi-Fis.
The 2 free Wi-Fis.
Let's just go past the 3rd sink. Yes, this place actually has 3 sinks. Here's the 3rd one right over here.
What a weird selling
Yeah,
point.
not enough. And come on, follow me, right? And you will see probably one of the nicest.
Wait, what? There's only 3 sinks here, but 2 bathrooms? I'm assuming there's a sink per bathroom, which means there's no sink in the kitchen? You just have a fucking random sink outside? Huh.
Terraces in all of Tokyo. Not only by the size, not only about how square it is and how you can fit probably seating for 20 people out here, right?
Oh, there's no
Just the
kitchen? I thought I
views,
saw one
the
downstairs.
Unbelievable views.
This is it.
Yeah.
This
Did I not
is
see one?
Beyond amazing.
Yeah.
How far does the balcony stretch around?
Yeah, you can see right over here actually. It goes right over here.
You like have a morning jog.
You could have a little morning jog.
Look at this, right? Look at the size of it. One of the things this year, obviously, a lot of people have been locked down. Can't leave their apartments.
Sure.
We had it in Japan for about 2 months. But if you had a rooftop like this,
yeah,
you could do a morning run.
You could.
To this end.
I'm not gonna follow him.
Like, this is nice out here.
Hey there.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then when you're done and I can tell, man, you need to run a little more.
Big rooftop.
Big roof. It's a very big rooftop. By the way, it's about 65 square meters, about 700 something square feet. So it's big, right? And when you're done jogging and you're all schwitzing from jogging all day, right? You can go right over there and just take a little sprig of the rosemary off, put it in your gin and tonic, and have a nice rosemary gin and tonic in the morning.
There's the some ironic and the prime vanilla.
Tonic from your own garden after a morning run.
Yes.
This is the best apartment in the world. But what would you do with all this space?
Well,
there's so much here.
Yeah.
It goes around the whole way. What would you do?
So what I would do first off is get a massive table
Is
for
there
out
some
here and
random
a big
alley?
umbrella too, because there's no covering on the roof, you know. So
Table tennis?
Well, yeah, actually, that would be a
Nice and
great
prime
idea.
bubble.
Except when you hit the ball too hard and it goes flying off the 9th floor of this apartment and onto the pedestrians down there.
There is
That-
some Atlas.
Yeah, I don't think a ping pong ball would kill him, but it'd probably hurt dropping off the 9th floor.
Leave a comment below. Would a ping pong ball hurt someone? I don't think it would. It's quite light. Anyway, we haven't come here
figure
to
that out.
discuss death by ping pong.
It probably would hurt, I would think.
So realistically, who is going to
What a
live
horrible
in an
apartment.
apartment of this size and scale and cost?
There's
I
some
would say
Doji
Tony
and the
Stark,
prime
otherwise
T-Mac
known-
and
yeah,
some
otherwise
weighted
known as
dice.
Iron Man. I think that's the only person I can think of.
Well, apparently, I
Yeah.
look like Robert Downey Jr. So. Do you think this is worth $25,000?
Yeah, more so than the last one we saw, for sure. The bath is better than my bath, and it's pretty hard to beat my bathroom, so I'm impressed this time.
What would you do if this was your rooftop? How would you change it? What would you
Not.
AK?
If you had the
Yeah, there is a kitchen. And there is a sink. He lied. There's more than 3 sinks. There's 4. My god, the realtors, what kind of operation is he running? What in tarnation? Yeah, so this is absolutely not worth $25,000 a month. Holy shit. But apparently it's better than this one. So I am curious. Let's see this. I'm invested now.
Of all the things we've seen in this gigantic apartment so far, this is the thing that's impressed me the most. The concept of a garden on the rooftop of a building in the centre of the city.
Yeah, Tori, I agree.
Japan often gets a lot of attention for its tiny apartments and small spaces. I mean, for my first 3 years living here in my apartment, I had to use an ironing board as valuable kitchen space, as a kitchen counter. It was pretty sad in hindsight. But what is life like on the other side of the fence? A good friend of mine living here in Tokyo who runs a luxury real estate business recently got in touch to say that he could get us inside one of the biggest apartments in all of Tokyo, an apartment that cost a staggering $20,000 per month. Now, to put that in perspective, a studio apartment in Tokyo on average costs about 100,000 yen, about $1,000, and you get about 35 square meters for that.
Oh
so
my
what
God.
do you get when you pay 20 times that amount? Honestly, I don't know. I've
Holy
never
shit,
been
it's like
inside
living
anywhere
in
like
New
this
York.
before, so let's go and find out.
Oh, that's awful.
This is going to be depressing.
Oh, that is awful.
Alex, how you doing?
Chris! Hey, how you doing?
Good to see you, mate.
Good to see you, man.
This is Alex Shapiro.
Hey,
he
guys.
owns My Home.
Where's
Real
the prime?
Yes.
And what have you got for me today, Alex?
Asylum
You mentioned
and
$20,000 apartment.
Yes, I have an amazing
I'd rather
place
spend
for you,
$25K
right
a month to
between
live on
two
the
of Tokyo's
McBarge.
most desirable neighborhoods.
True.
With probably the best rooftop garden in all of Tokyo.
Thanks,
maybe all
Reese of
Japan,
Arkham.
actually.
So, Charlotte.
Hi.
Hey!
Joining us today. Charlotte is going to look at a separate property.
Thanks,
and
Prime,
I'm going to
Rubo.
make a video about that, and I'll link that in the description box so you can check it out as well. So, 2 properties. The one I'm looking at is $20,000, and the one you're looking at is
13 grand.
$13,000.
Yeah.
So, both pretty exclusive, exciting properties. So, check out her video.
Thank you.
Thanks, Reese of Tristan.
If you were to pick 2 of the trendiest neighbourhoods in central Tokyo, odds are that shopping districts of Harajuku and Omotesando will be at the top of the list. And our property today is just a 2-minute walk from Harajuku's infamous Takeshita Street, nestled on the 4th floor of what is essentially
Ooh, that sounds
a
intense, Chris. I'll
postmodern
check it out.
castle.
You can actually see the garden. How beautiful is that? By standards of the garden.
Is there rosemary?
It's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah, I just want to stop you right there. That's not actually the garden, by the way. That's not the garden, that's just the inner garden. I will show you the actual garden in a second, alright? But if you look right over there, you can see that little faucet over there?
Right.
There's the
That is where you
prime
wash
Zephyr.
your dog's feet after you take them for a walk.
Wow.
I'm not even joking.
So it's the dog washing feet garden.
Exactly.
It's the technical term for it. Good God. All right, let's go there.
Alright, you ready to go through this?
Ready to go.
Alright.
It's like a nuclear bunker door, isn't it? How thick that is.
Solid wood. Then you go through here, you have a solid wood, what you think is a wall, but
Oh
it's
shit!
actually all shoe storage for, if you take a look right over here.
That is a lot of shoe storage.
Yes. But if you come over here, let's check out the living spaces first. So if we come over here, you'll see the first part of the living quarters. This
Whoa!
is the first bedroom.
How many bedrooms?
Look at
Four
that.
bedrooms, actually.
4 bedrooms.
So this is the least big, let's call it the smallest of all the bedrooms. Of course, you have plenty of storage space over here. If you go around, all this, and by the way, all these windows, very rare for Japan. If you take a look, this is dual pane glass. So nice in the winter, also nice in the summer.
And also, barely any noise. We're right in the middle of the world.
Man, 20 grand a month, huh?
If you take a look over here, you have the first of 2 jacuzzi baths. Also, if you look over there, that's a TV. So
Hey!
watch
the Abroad Japan channel.
Watch Abroad Japan, weeknights at 7 on YouTube. And if you look over here, this is amazing. This is where you can hang your clothes, because, I mean, people in Japan don't really use dryers. And this kind of stores up if you don't want that.
Really?
That is also, we talked about ironing boards. You can use that as an ironing board holder
Why?
over there.
Why not just use a dryer?
That is the kitchen. Yes, that's your kitchen. Exactly.
I mean,
Your
this
kitchen
is,
too.
what is this again? This is like the hanging clothes room.
Exactly.
And this is basically already bigger than my kitchen.
Yes.
Oh, just because of space?
That's sad. I think that says more about me than the house, but that's cool. Alright.
Now, let's go check out the master bedroom. It's a very open place, and when you mention it's bigger than your apartment, it might be, because this place is actually...
This is not very interesting at all.
Just for this room. So most Japanese apartments...
This is quite literally like when you go into Sims and you're just like room, done. Without wanting to put any effort into it.
I have a California king size, because if you come over here, you'll see the entire wall here is your closet. And you gotta remember, in Japan, they don't usually keep, you know, shoes in the closet door. This is just for clothing and, you know, suitcases, and you can put your socks in here. beautiful, right? The first part of the living room area, which would be the kitchen. Come on over here.
Here we go.
Like amazing here.
It is. It's amazing. There you go.
He's very good at this.
I try. This.
Hey, this looks nice.
The living room and dining room.
Yeah. This is it. What is this? That last one was about 40 meters squared.
That was just over 40 meters squared. This is 83 square meters large. So again, you said that's about.
Use
the size
freedom
of your
units.
apartment. You could fit 2 of your apartments in here.
What would you put in here? Well, you could put an airplane in here.
You basically.
Small airplane, but airplane nonetheless.
Well, I mean, if you want to do it by vehicles, you could actually fit 4 cars.
Thanks to the Resub Nova.
So that's one thing.
That's our new unit of measurement.
Large parties. Also, if you don't want the kitchen in view, you can just.
Oh, you can just fucking hide it.
Right out of view, just like that.
I don't have a kitchen. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I would have my.
It's a little secret.
You've just hidden the kitchen.
Yeah.
Don't make that look like it's not spectacular. That is ridiculous. You've hidden the kitchen with a door.
Yeah, I'll show it to you again. There it is. Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Surprise.
How many apartments can do this?
Thanks to Resub
With
Aspen.
the marble countertops, by the way.
How much did you say this apartment was?
Just over 2 million yen. Let's see. I would have a TV over here. I would have a big, maybe 100-inch or something like that.
Why not?
Right there. Why not? Right? Big L-shaped couch or something like that. That's what I would do here. I don't know. What would you?
Who would live in this sort of apartment? So who actually is aimed at?
Well, this is mostly for diplomats and also like high-level diplomats, usually the minister counselor type of level, and also the heads of different companies over here, and just very, very rich folk.
So it's paid for by typically companies.
Thank you to
or
give subs
embassies.
Swift.
They're the kind of people that pay for it.
Generally speaking, yes.
Expenses.
Yeah. This guy is the intercom. This is so when people, want to buzz in. When you want to buzz in people, they'll show their faces over here. But, that's pretty normal.
Is there a taser option if I don't want them?
The very, very strange thing that this has right here is this button right here. It's in Japanese, but it translates to button used to allow the elevator to come up here. And this elevator does not come up to the 4th floor, usually. This is on the 4th floor now.
I don't even have an elevator to my apartment, but I want one. That's so cool. Can I come up now?
What are all of these? There's like a million Game Boy screens in the wall here. Is this like thermostat or something? They're all thermostats? Oh, okay. You can individually control each room's temperature? Huh. It's kind of weird. I don't really see what the point of that would be. I guess maybe save electricity? Fuck if I know.
I'm not going to press the button.
But this one, they decided, you know what, we're not going to do that. We're going to have the bathroom over there for, everybody that lives here generally, but we're also going to have a specific bathroom for the...
no way!
Here.
Wow, this is really nice.
Yeah.
The floor's heated.
Yeah, and
floor is
somebody
heated.
left the floor heaters on, and they are very, very nice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
In winter, that would be perfect.
So now we're in the mini
20K
garden.
for heated floors.
But,
now we're talking.
Chris likes to call it the dog garden, by the way.
Dog garden, the secret garden. It's not so secret because every single room can see it. But
Exactly, Chris's secret garden, right?
it's a secret garden.
Yes. Now, the reason it's called the dog garden is because of this guy right here, which is a shower specifically made to wash your dog's feet.
If I lived in it, which is never going to happen, I'd probably just sit out here. Maybe I'd have a table.
So I'm a little confused. Wait, what?
Sit, drink my coffee.
So that little shower nozzle there is to clean your dog's feet off after a walk? Then why would you put it at the very other end of the house? You had to come in through this way? So your dog with poopy, dirty feet would have to walk through your entire house to get here to clean them. Or unless it's just clean them off from here. There's another way in? No, there's not.
So now we're on the top
They
floor.
came in through the only entrance, I
Ready to go
thought.
out to the garden. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Ready for this?
to
Let's do
go.
this. There we go. Right out here is the garden that I was talking about, and this is just the entrance to the garden. Let's take a look over here.
Good God.
Yeah. Follow me. So now we're just kind of in the hallway area of the garden. Now if you come on over here, you can see the main part of the garden itself. This is like your own private English garden, if anything. You can kind of walk around here, you know, just through and get lost on your rooftop. How many places have you been to where you can get lost on your rooftop?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
This is a great place to sit and eat muffins.
I'd say functional side of it. If you come on over here, just over these rocks on the ground,
Wow.
you'll see this beautiful bench built right into the wall
Look at
over
that.
here. And I would actually put my table out here. I would have some kind of dinner parties out here. What would you do? Or would you just sleep there?
Meditate.
Meditate.
Meditation
Meditate.
space.
This is the meditation garden.
It's just really peaceful, like a little bit of a Zen garden
Looks nice.
vibe going on here. I would sit here, morning coffee.
And just the fact that they have an outdoor space is just crazy to me. I've lived in Japan for 15 years. I've never had a garden. I've only had a little balcony that was maybe half the size of this bench.
You gotta upgrade then, Charla.
Yeah, this is pretty amazing. I honestly didn't even know that houses of this size existed
Well, it's an apartment.
in central Tokyo.
I am curious what
Explore
houses look like over there now.
Kitchen! 80 square meters!
There's a
What?
tier 2 gift
I've
sub,
never
Hobo.
had an apartment that big.
There's the first 2 months' rent, the security deposit, the insurance, the lock changing fee,
Ah.
the guarantor company fee, and finally the agency commission. And if
Holy
you pay all that,
shit.
congratulations, the place is all yours. And if you're not bankrupt by this point, don't worry, the neighbourhood car park will finish off what's left.
Yeah, so we just left. We've only been here
Thanks to
for
Prime Fedora.
I don't know, maybe an hour or two or something, and it came out to 1,800 yen for that.
About $20.
Yeah. more or less.
Jesus
Don't you
Christ!
love Harajuku?
What?
Thank you for showing us around today, Alex.
What
Yeah,
a
it was lot of
fucking
fun. One of the most
scam.
difficult things foreigners face when coming to Japan is getting an apartment. Certainly when I moved to Sendai, when they found out I was a foreigner, they were like, you can't stay
Thanks,
here, you
Teresa.
can't."
Banished
And
in the
that kind of
Prime
shut me down.
E-dub.
Have you found that to be a problem in Tokyo as well?
Yes, it is absolutely a problem over here, and I have to ask every time, are foreigners allowed to stay here? And yeah, that takes up probably, you know, half of my time when I'm searching for places, calling them up and asking if they're foreigner friendly. And even still, if they are foreigner friendly, a lot of the times they will change the conditions that you have to meet. You know, they'll change the amount of money that you have to pay.
That's
in order
fucked
to move
up.
in.
Why is it more difficult for foreigners to get an apartment in Japan, from your experience?
They think of foreigners as a flight risk.
So they can just take off without paying, basically.
Yeah, that, and also they, I mean,
Thanks, Teresa.
sometimes
Granny
they've had
and
bad
Kameli.
experiences with foreigners in the past, and sometimes it's just kind of like they don't trust foreigners.
You have to look at both sides of the coin to some extent. Why?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're a landlord and you've got 10 applicants, one of them's foreign, maybe you are going to skew towards Japanese tenants, right?
Yeah.
There's less risk. So you've been running this company for 2 years now.
Well, that's fucked up.
What led you to get into?
This is an ad for his real estate agency. Good for him, though. Very nice. Yeah, it seems like a giant fucking scam. How about Tokyo's most expensive house? $18 million Japanese house in Shizuoka. Maybe this will look really cool.
Hey guys, Theather. I thought I would give you a crib tour. So this house costs like 18
Thank you for 10 gift subs, Twitch viewer. Thank you.
It doesn't look that
Really
big
appreciate it.
outside.
Thank you for the
but
generosity.
Yeah, just come inside and have a look. Please come in.
Hey, thanks for having me. Why are you staring me down like that? I'm not intruding. You invited me in.
This is interesting. A meditation room. I'm not afraid to take a step.
I haven't heard that song in fuck at least 10 years.
Remotely sexist. I allow Jasmine to take care of the kitchen.
Look at the kitchen, guys. This is where we cook, washing the dishes. No, we
Wait,
don't.
is this all a joke, or is this actually $18 million?
This is where we cook.
This is $18 million and there's no oven. Or did I miss it? $18 million and in your kitchen you don't get an oven. And you had to get this microwave somewhere else. This cannot be $18 million. There's no chance. It is just a microwave and an electric stovetop with only 2 burners. No fucking way. Where's the oven? I don't see it.
This is where we cook. Well, I guess it's time for me to get back to cooking. See you guys.
Alright, let's take a peek. Oh, that looks nice.
This is the living room.
This looks nice. This does look nice.
Are you flying now?
$18 million?
Yes, I
Probably
am.
not, but it does look nice.
Look at the gigantic speakers. They're too
That
many
looks
claws.
nice.
Hello, my friends. This is the story of Alibaba and 40 Thieves. Appreciate the garden here.
I'm gonna speed through the
Look at my
tour. It's kind of
garden.
long.
Let me just call this.
This is my bedroom, guys.
No, regular, nothing special.
Wow.
Yeah, bath, one, TV.
I mean, there's quite a bit of space, but everything's like really crammed for $18 million.
And of course,
So
bedrooms.
Oh, this is nice. Okay, this is nice.
Modest size, I would say. And I have a remote. Another. We have
He has his own karaoke
sofa,
room. Hold on, now we're getting
nice
somewhere.
bar, and even a beer machine. And if you want to learn Japanese, I can teach you the kind of Japanese that Japanese people actually speak today, unlike a natural, old-fashioned textbook Japanese.
I think overall for $18 million, you got fucking scammed. There's not a whole lot to that I would expect for $18 million. Holy fuck. Thanks for the big raid, Atrioc.
Shall open.
Thank you, man. Welcome, everyone.
I've been waiting.
Thank you. You just missed a scam. I don't know what else to call it. It wasn't really a house tour. I just kind of felt bad that he spent that kind of money on it. It's kind of quiet. Open the door so I can hear better. Oh, God. Call her bluff. She can't get in without the Wi-Fi password. She'll never pass the retina scanners.
I need the Wi-Fi.
Well, is this sign language? It's been a long time since I took a sign language course. Oh, thank you.
You're not gonna fuck with me, dude. Because when you're outside by yourself one day, you're gonna be
Thanks, resub Teddy. Those eyebrows desperately want to become one unit, but she is just not letting them. Just embrace the unibrow, goddammit. Make them whole again.
And just so you know, burning a dog is not against the law. It's not a human being. So what are you gonna do? Find a new one? You gonna find a new doggy?
Is this... I feel like I'm being pranked. Is this CGI? Like a cutscene or something? She looks animated. Like one of those Pixar villains.
Your mom? She lost a case in eviction in court. So guess what, bitch?
Oh, I see what it is. It's having the Godzilla effect. Her mouth doesn't match the words. Bit desynced.
Would you like me to do that? Yes or no?
Yes. Thanks, Risa Bleach.
I want you to go away.
Okay. Wi-Fi. Take the dog. Pussy.
Wow, you had to think about that?
You harpy.
I would have said my dog. Jesus Christ. Are you gonna make it? Your mom got you, honey.
Thanks, Risa owner Twitch.
I apologize. It's not your fault your mom's a bitch in court. It's not your fault. My mom was the same way to me. Hence why I'm a cunt now.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, at least there's a little level of self-awareness.
Talk shit or have a nasty attitude.
This is like a therapy session. I don't care about your mom.
I'm not allowing it. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna get off your pedestal.
Can you open a fucking window so I can hear her better?
You're going to start acting like a young woman that you are.
There we go.
The educated woman that you are. Okay? Because in reality, if I wanted to ever put my hands on you, I would have already. I like you. But you're being a little bitch. What do you expect for me to fucking do?
True.
If you want to have that little bitch,
It is your fault after all.
chaos in my life,
Give her the Wi-Fi password, damn it.
guess what it is? You know you're getting charged with a felony for falsely reporting all those CPS cases, right?
For what? False. What was that? Charged with a felony for falsely imprisoning over U.S. airspace? What did she say?
Falsely reporting all those CPS cases, right?
What?
You know you're getting charged with a felony for falsely reporting all those CPS cases, right?
What is that, like a curse or something? Was that even English?
By law, New
Was that a
York
spell?
State, you do your research. By law, New York State, if you do 5 false claims,
Oh, CPS case. Thank you.
which is up to 3 years in jail. Are you ready for that? I swear my kid should die. And I will not stop until I press charges. See, my children are hiding because I can't let people like you and your mother know. So this is your last chance. I live here. You forgot that I live here?
Mm-hmm. Hey now, who's there? Oh, just you again. You pranked me.
You have a big sister-in-law? But when you killed yourself, I was asking you, right, you little cunt?
She killed herself? What?
Right, you little ungrateful little bitch?
Damn, this is taking all kinds of twists. What is it? She's speared or
I
something?
told you that they have to call Optimum.
I have a psychology class. Unlike you, I go to school every fucking day.
What?
Okay.
You get involved with my schooling, and then I'm gonna treat you like a woman. Because right now you're still a little book. You are slightly innocent, but you got too much of a fucking attitude.
Oh. I feel like there could have been more to that. Why did she stop recording? I finally was able to hear some of what she was saying. It has been 8 months. Surely she's made a statement, a press release? Thanks to the resub, Lester Green, the Tier 1 Blazic Alien. I think in cases like these, like if a video goes viral like this, they should just arrest this woman just to talk to her. Just charge her with like a public nuisance or something, just so that we could have her like on record, documented. Kind of like a rare animal. You know, like tag their ears, so that way you know when you've seen them before. Thanks to Prime P Buzzman. Full video? This is not the full video, this is just him reacting to it. We've seen this channel before. It's the reason why it's so much longer is because he talks and pauses it. It's the same thing though. Thanks to Prime Dildo. This is not, you're looking at the wrong video. This is not the same girl. I'm assuming this just happens more often. That was so fucking loud.
Karen's in the wild.
Training their kids to be prostitutes, you know?
Oh, I've actually seen this
You know,
one.
like,
This one's just sad.
have some tits and have some fucking, you know, pot and just hang around, you know?
Yeah, you can't argue with that. It sounds like a good time. That one's sad. That one's not very enjoyable. She drugged out. Yep. And she was like walking her dog or something like that. I don't really remember. I think she like, oh yeah, she threw her dog. Tiny home tours? Okay.
Welcome to Marathon Coach. I'm Mal Williams with the sales department here in Coke's 3 Double Slide. So let's go take a
Double
look.
slide. Double slide. All right. I'm interested, Ryan Seacrest. Let's go. Wait just a minute. You don't see double slides like this out there anymore.
You step on up in here, what you're going to see right away is that
Can it drift?
from
Oh,
the
I'm sure it
cockpit,
can.
We're already in the living quarters. Now, Marathon Coach 1261 is known as the Crocodile Coach because it is a crocodile-themed coach.
Oh.
Not necessarily intentional.
Oh.
A lot of the decor
Jesus.
and a lot of the accents are kind of in a crocodile
Why?
pattern. Here we are in the salon of 1261. You've got a sleeper sofa right here on this side. It's, for the lack of a better term, right down to a really good sized sofa. What you do is you put a little wedge pillow in the middle there so you're not feeling that seam down the middle. Also, right back into a sofa. And
Very
then on
nice.
this side, you've got the recliner. So the recliner is one of the most comfortable chairs.
My grandparents used to have an RV. I used to love that shit. RVs are cool. RVs are just fucking cool.
You've got additional storage. You also have a magazine rack. Little area.
I will say though, for $2.8 million, I would expect a lot more from this so far.
And so here's a little
That's a fucking lot of money.
area. Perfect for an iPad. Perfect for a laptop. Everything runs off of an iPad. The iPad is a great
very good.
interface
It's
for
smart.
The Crestron system, because let's say you lose this, it's only $600 to replace it. Also,
that's all.
Everybody knows at this point, or if you don't, you're getting there. Everybody knows the Apple iOS system. We all have our phones. You can also have this Marathon Crestron system set up on your iPhone. With the push of one button, we go into theater mode.
Oh my god!
Drops all of the blinds automatically. As you just see, it dims most of the lights.
What the fuck?
And it drops down the big 50-inch Samsung.
What are we watching? Orange County Choppers?
Rolling on HDMI 1 or whatever you select.
What happens if you put it on during driving?
Stop and all of the blinds go up.
Then, you know, that's when the fun begins.
It's a really nice way of doing all of the blinds and the lighting at the same time.
Alright, let's speed through this a bit.
Where you want it to be at a game, or
Yeah,
entertaining a group of people.
Thanks, Prime Slim.
Set up like that for
Nice, cool table.
and using these safest, you in there, it's shot it. They don't see microwaves.
I mean, it's cool, but I don't know about $2.8 million. Yeah, I wonder what dictates the price on an RV.
But I'm gonna put the king size bed up, getting it out of the way so that we can have more room to walk through the coach, because we're not.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I don't know about fucking $2.8 million. Apparently Will Smith's is nuts, though.
This our preferred lifty, taking north the base now. Top watch up, the roof extends. Lights are switched on. Then the makeup mirror. All this technology adds levels of comfort
Is it
and
tier
luxury
1
matched by
Nikest?
very few other models in the industry. But as we all know, luxury always comes with a cost. All up, the manufacturers installed between $100,000 and $125,000 worth of whiz-bang
How much
gadgets.
gas would that
Perhaps
cost?
None more impressive than the collection of 14 TV screens.
At least more than
Pretty
5.
impressive, eh? Let's take a closer look at some of the most noteworthy elements of each room. First off, this is where the magic happens. And by magic, we mean cooking. The RV's kitchen is larger than those of most regular studio apartments, featuring stylish granite countertops, a full-sized double-door fridge, a microwave, a stainless steel
This looks
dishwasher,
nuts.
and a large sink. All
Holy
up, including
shit.
the fittings, the kitchen alone is worth between $100,000 and $200,000. Bathroom, the floor space would appear smaller and much more cramped. So what did they do?
They
Solved
made
both
the
problems at
RV
once.
bigger.
This glass. Over here, you'll find an
Oh!
illuminated makeup mirror, the
What
one with
the
a sneakily
fuck?
hidden TV, a wardrobe area, and more than enough space to kick
Holy
back and chill
shit.
out. Plenty of privacy from the relentless paparazzi.
Now this is
But
worth
the coolest
$2.8
upstage
million.
feature, of course, is the screening room. This space, remarkably, is capable
Thanks
of
to
housing
Resub Guns.
30 people at once. Who's bringing the popcorn? Scary price tag. Like, scarier than the Dark Seers in I Am Legend. What's the damage exactly? $2.5 million.
It's cheaper than the last
That's
one.
right. This glorified bus is worth more than a 4-bedroom Seattle mansion or a
And it is so much better than the last one.
He's used the trailer while working on films such as Men in Black 3, Ali, and The Pursuit of Happiness. But the Fresh Prince's list of automobiles doesn't end there. Not
I don't know why they go into his finances. Where does the money come from? I fucking wonder. Where does Will Smith get his money? What a question that needs answering. Amazing home theater? What is it? Sounds just like an advertisement, but okay. Alright.
A fantastic sound audio video system, which we have here. You
Oh.
see here, every movie is inserted in the server, and you can call every single title. 12,000 of these titles.
Oh
on
my
your screen,
God.
And then you don't have to put a disc. You just press the name of the movie that you want to see tonight, whether it's adventure, musical, comedy, and the movie comes on the screen.
That's actually so cool.
And
Holy
it's
shit.
concealed again
I didn't
behind
see any anime though.
a fabric behind a
That's
wall,
weird.
so that the sound.
Nice. Well, that was pretty cool, actually. I turned my boring shed into an epic Dolby Atmos home theater. I mean, what else are you gonna do with it? This guy looks like Matthew Lillard. I just want to see the end result. I don't care about the journey.
People away, you know, when people see rooms